It is time. Finally, Loathe is dropping new music. I have been waiting. We've all been waiting years for this. It has been, I think, since 2022, the last time we actually heard a new song from these guys. But the last time they dropped an actual album was back in 2020, I think. They did have that ambient album for the follow-up to the album, but I don't really count that because there was no lyrics. It wasn't heavy. It was just pure ambient noise. It's not really for me. I don't ever go back to that album or anything like that because it's just not for me. But you know, the last real album was back in 2020, I believe. So yeah, we've been waiting pretty much 5 years now for new music from Loathe, besides the couple singles that they did drop in 2022. So I am excited to check this out. I actually found Loathe back in 2020 when the album dropped, and I've been in love with these guys ever since. I love the whole Deftones vibe that they bring. Mixing that with like metalcore and experimental stuff and whatnot. Like, I absolutely love what they do. So yeah, I am excited. And I, you know, when we heard rumors and confirmation that these guys were playing a new song live when they're on tour right now, you know, I got all excited. I didn't watch any live clips or anything because I wanted this moment to be special. So yeah, with all that being said, let's dive into this. This is Loathe with their brand new song called Gifted Every Strength. Let's get it. No, this is just the audio. There's no video. Okay. Okay, kind of like sounding prog rock here. Very proggy. Ooh. Really loving the production so far. Ooh. Straight into the vibes. That is really cool. That is sick. I love what they did there. Ooh. Very proggy. Absolutely love this so far. Okay. just know how to nail that Deftone sound. Picking up the pace in this. Okay. Oh. So punchy on the production. Ooh.
I just keep losing.
Oh. Are we getting some jazzy, like, little interlude here? Okay. Nice little tasty solo to go along with it too. Loving this. Almost gives you that like ethereal vibe, like you're setting off to space. Definitely wicked. Love that sound. This is how we're gonna end the track. Okay. Ooh. Well, yeah, you could say I'm kind of blown away by that track. Definitely loved the production, you know, the experimentalness of that song, you know, really blew me away. It felt very like proggy, also psychedelic in that way. I kind of want to go on a limb here and say that they kind of just invented like psychedelic metalcore, just because it had that like almost 70s kind of psychedelic rock vibe to it, mixing with that like proggy element, and then you kick into metalcore and then like back into the vibes. Very cool. I absolutely dug the production on it. It was very punchy but clean. Loved that. Definitely well worth the wait. 100% well worth the wait on that. I'm going to probably go back and listen to the lyrics and everything because I wasn't really too paying attention on that for this one, because I was more caught up in like the more elements that they were throwing into this track that they've ever thrown in before. You know, this is the first time we've ever heard this kind of sound from Loathe, mixing that Deftones kind of vibey element, mixed with metalcore, mixed with psychedelic rock and prog rock as well. You know, they fused all that together into a nice solid package, which honestly I am in love with. If this is the future of Loathe, I'm all for it because this was sick. I absolutely loved the production of this track. 100%. This might just be my favorite track so far. I absolutely loved the direction that they went with this. And you know what, if we gotta wait another 5 years, like after, because obviously they're working on new music, hopefully the album drops this year, but if we gotta wait another 5 years after this upcoming album to wait for more Loathe, you know, it might just be worth the wait if they're gonna pull off stuff like this, because it really brings that hype back into it. You know, you really get excited over it, you know, especially like when bands release like release after release after release on a consistent basis, and especially if the music is consistent and it doesn't really change, it can get a little stale and boring after a while, right? So I absolutely love that Loathe did take their time, kind of build up that hype, even though it kind of felt like forever. They built up that hype and really sold it, and I feel like everyone's gonna love this track. I feel like the only ones that aren't gonna really like this track are the really metalcore people, like, because I would say this track isn't technically for the metalcore audience. It really does bring in the metalcore elements at times, but I feel like that's not the point or thought process of this track. This was just to be super experimental and really dive into, you know, what else they can pull out of their pockets in terms of sound. So if you're an OG like metalcore head and that's all you listen to, I don't think this is going to be particularly for you unless it really does appeal to you. But yeah, it really picks at that like really proggy and psychedelic rock kind of vibe to it throughout the whole track, which I absolutely love. So yeah, I mean, you're talking to a person that was raised on like 70s, 80s, 90s music from our parents, right? So yeah, it really kind of brings you back to that era a little bit. So definitely love that. This is definitely my favorite track so far from Loathe for sure. Definitely well worth the wait. I'm gonna end the reaction here. Let me know what you all thought of new Loathe down below. Did you think that this was well worth the wait? Because I sure as hell do. This was really sick. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Follow me on all my socials. They'll be listed down below in the description, as well as a link to the video. But even though there's no video, whatever, I'm just gonna put it there anyway, just to show the love. But yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit that like button if you did enjoy. But that's about it. I've been Shinebox. Keep shining, everyone, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.